I did this years ago and I just found it, and I'm going to do it tonight. It's called Haiku Like Little Thoughts, and haikus are 3-line poems to a certain rhythm, and each contain a thought. These don't have the exact rhythms all the time, but they are little thoughts. Sad mourners gathering at funerals and sometimes at weddings. Loon calling in the night, unlike us, always get listened to. Full moon showing off again, people have to look. Sirens stealing to the night, you could be next. Hippopotamus thinks its mate is beautiful, he is right. Hawk-winged shadow, prairie dogs scattered on their hidey holes. Philosopher owl, somewhere in the night, I hoot, therefore I am. Mountain dressing in a white snow hat and a necklace made of clouds. Virgin snow now defiled by car pipe exhaust. Architect fish rising in the water make perfect circles. Roosters crow the door open, people emerge, sleepy-eyed. Long electric wire, end of the day, bird bar stopping off place, tweeting, "What's up?" Turkeys close their eyes when they mate. Think of swans. On a hangover morning, my evil twin looks guilty in my mirror. Day goes moon like a sheet on a clothesline, hung out there in the sky drying. Conceited clouds watch their shadows on mirror earth. Grass dancing, heads tossing to the music of the wind. Alligator, a hungry knife there in the water, hoping you're in a swimming mood. Winter, trees take off their shirt, show off their muscles. Riptide magicians, swimmers, disappear. Birds and squirrels leaving their signature on new fallen snow. Crickets are thunder for a gnat's ears. Key turning, she shudders, he's home. Lost and cold, an empty cabin is found, fireplace works. In my woman's mouth, candy melting like my heart. Beach ball, fat and happy, gets around, full of itself. The needles in the carpet, ghost of Christmas past. Incense, like ego, fills the room with itself. Watermelon, corn on the cob, summer for the mouth. Dead animals in the road, not programmed for car speed. Building standing tall, destined to be ruins. In codeine, my cough syrup, coughless, a fly dies happy. Rain falling, steam rising, they are the same. After a winter storm, icicles jeweling in the rain gutter. Hail striking wind chimes makes its own music. Circus tent being taken down, the clown is dead. I sit on the beach, look at flowers, think of you. You right here where I begin. Our boot prints there in the snow declare our togetherness. Lusty salmon instincting upstream, stopped by the dam, nature loses again. Stomach advancing, hair retreating to the war of time. Crazed mad drunken roller coaster dives and twists and falls, trying to commit suicide. Hunter Thompson, the last of the real characters, they're all dead now. George Bush and his jack-booted, ash-and-chained rummies, sons of bitches. And my last one is called Things I Have Never Done Yet Have. I never climbed the highest mountain in a raging winter storm, and I never won 100 duels fought in an early sun-up's morn, and I never knocked out the heavyweight champ after coming off the floor, and I never stopped the world from ever marching off to war, and I never yelled like Tarzan swinging on a jungle vine, and I never did barehanded kill a savage African lion, and I never beat up all the bullies who would wail on little guys, and I never stopped those sleazy politicians from telling their politicians lies. I never caught a Hail Mary pass just as the final gun was sounding, and I never rescued a little fox from that cruel English hounding. I never saved a little girl who had fallen down a well, and I never saved a Republican who was on his way to hell, and I never would. I never impeached George W. and his evil gang, and I never captured Osama and heard his cell door clang. And in the midnight freight yard, I never hopped a train, and I never went to Paris and went walking in the rain. And I never was a matador in a Spanish bullfight ring, and I never sang an opera, perhaps because I can't sing. And I never was the president of this grand and glorious land, and without a drop of water I never crossed this Sahara's sand. I never ran a marathon or a 100-mile race, or won $1 million in Vegas by drawing that missing ace, and I never pitched a perfect game or any other feat, and I never won a gunfight walking down a western street. And never was I an 008 that killed the guy who killed 007, and I never jumped over 40 trucks with my Harley all a-revvin'. I never won a hot dog eating contest, swallowing fast at every bite, and I never beat Mike Tyson when he challenged me to fight. And I never stopped a rainforest from being turned into boards, never won an Emmy or an Oscar, a Nobel, or any such awards. And I never cleaned up the water from the pollution of this land. I never replaced Mick Jagger in that Rolling Stones rock band. And I never took caged animals and freed them from the zoo. And never did I stop trying, for there's so much left to do. For it seems I've done no single thing worth telling of the tale, and I would not, but that would not be right, you see, because for one thing I didn't fail. For what I did all right and bright and lasting and all true was to bring you home inside my heart when I fell in love with you. Yes, to bring you home inside my heart, this heart that's bright and true. So all the things I've never done pale besides my loving you. Thank you.